If I would have had any inclination to the level of monetary value that was associated with, I probably would have been more interested in it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I agree with that.
I think maybe.
I think
at least I would have learned enough to be able to be friendly with the people that were really good at it, and then figured out how to get them. You know how to.
That's awful. That's the worst.
How to thread the needle in terms of like fucking getting money. No, that's called being a middleman.
You're saying like, yeah, if I would have known the money that could have been made by doing computer programming, I would have learned it. And I'm like, I've known you my whole life. There ain't enough fucking teachers in the world that could teach you how to sit there and fucking be a computer programmer. You fucking kidding me? And you were saying that so seriously. I'm just sitting here like, I can't let this happen.
Oh my gosh.
And then you got there by yourself. You're like, yeah, I would have scammed that fucking dweeb into fucking somehow making something that I could make money off of.
Yeah. Top 2 in
Wait,
the
is that what you just did to me, actually?
I was about to make that joke.
Kidding.
Nobody ever calls me to say what's up either. Not really.
Because you guys don't call anybody anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had this.
Everybody got rid of calling people. This sucks.
There's a few people that I call.
No, it doesn't.
Oh my god. Strong
Don't worry
start.
about it. Look at how it's getting you right
Negativity.
there. Nice.
I'm not being negative.
Meg, I am positive and ready to go White Rabbit.
I was actually just listening to your podcast with John.
Oh, how was it?
Warming up.
I
for
wasn't
this.
there.
It's great. And John, you did tell the story of flying through a hurricane.
Yeah, I knew I did.
Totally.
Must have been stoned that day, too.
We're running out of stories.
No.
He said that on this show?
Yeah.
Probably sounded a lot better on my show.
Yeah, definitely. You know what I
It was
thought?
long. I still have a lot to go.
Yeah, well, buckle up.
Yeah. Well, it started off strong with how dancers were hotter in high school than the cheerleaders, which I took personal offense to. Yeah.
No, I didn't say hotter. Maybe I did say hotter, but what I meant was sluttier.
Yeah, I think you said sluttier.
You also said sluttier, and then Kurt did say slutty. More flexible. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm in the right place right now. I don't want to listen to my brother say that. Yeah.
Did you form a version of me?
Did you guys get really high? Well, that didn't really pan out.
I did.
Yeah?
I got super high.
I had a lot of drinks. I had a Coke Zero, a White Rabbit, that, and a water.
Yeah, I had a beer that I didn't
and
want
a
to
water.
Drink. I didn't even want to drink it. I was too scared.
Well, I know you guys started out with the plan of like, we're going to eat a 30,000 milligram edible.
It was just going to take too long to start. You know, like...
Yeah.
Plus, that's also another show that I'm trying to fire up anyway, so I don't want to waste it on Kurt's show.
What, take edibles live?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a whole nother show.
You've heard the topic like 3 times.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm doing it with Zach Napo.
Do it.
Who's Zach Napo?
I was thinking about when I bought you, I actually bought you a White Rabbit too, but I saw you drink the weed water, so I figured now's not the time.
I drank the weed water too.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Am I not
Yeah.
Jesse said it was okay.
I didn't know that.
Of course he did.
Don't worry about
it. You're right. Of course he did.
Like, it's probably going to be okay.
What if I'm like on the scene?
And if it's not, it can't be that bad. And if it's not okay, then we'll deal with it then. You know?
My thought process with the White Rabbits thing now is like we've tried the Cheeto sponsorship. We've tried the Heirloom sponsorship. We've tried a lot of different sponsorships.
You think White Rabbits are going to do it?
I'm riding this one out. I'm going to get them to give us some shit.
Do they do different flavors?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I didn't know you didn't like root beer.
Oh, I appreciate it then.
I mean, you didn't tell me that you didn't like root beer.
Did you finish it?
No. I'm like,
Come on.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't now either.
You should.
And it's 5 milligrams?
No, I don't know how many.
They don't count it like that. They just say kratom.
I think it does count it like that.
Oh, it's kratom. Right.
What's going to happen to me, Meg?
You're going to be fine.
I don't know.
You're going to be like, one pill makes you smaller, and one pill makes you large.
Go as scholars.
Don't know that one personally.
It's the White Rabbit, man.
I mean, if you pass out on the show, we definitely won't get the sponsorship. We'll have to move on to a new drink.
I thought the last thing it would do would make me pass out.
It's not going to. No. Okay. You're going to be fine.
Dude.
Bro, you drink those giant cans of Red Bull. You're worried about a little weed
I
water,
do not.
a little
8
kratom?
ounce all the time. 8 ounce. Never any more than 8 ounces.
think I've seen you with a 24 ounce.
Definitely seen you with a 24 ounce Red Bull.
24.
At least once.
God.
Red Bull?
You're telling me you never had a 24 ounce Red Bull ever in your whole life?
Never. I've had a 12 and I don't like them. It's a different taste.
Yeah, 24 ounces is insane.
24 ounce.
I've seen you with a man can of Red Bull.
Nope. That's a lie.
In my dreams.
In your dreams.
I was like, the only like free shit we get. Actually, we did get a bunch of free Cheeto. I shouldn't say that. That was nice of them.
Yeah, that was delicious.
And
delicious.
And what's his name? Eric from Angry Duck Sauce. But I can't really get fucked up off of that.
No, he can't get fucked up over that. He's got to change that. He should put some weed products in that.
Yes. Yeah, we should. We should hit him up. Be like,
base of the sauce is kratom.
Sometimes you just got to get fucked up, right?
Most of the times. It's the only way to get through.
Being fucked up.
No.
Yeah, something to be said for numbing it out, Sometimes you got to numb it out.
I don't do it to numb out my pain. I just do it to have fun.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Just a good B story is that it numbs out all the pain.
It's just a social tonic.
It is a social
A
tonic.
social tonic. That's fun.
Right? That's what's going to be the name of the edible show.
Social tonic. I like it.
I like that.
I like that a lot.
It's definitely taken already.
Is it about vices or is it just about edibles? You guys just told me this.
We definitely told you.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
I just don't know where he's going to find the people.
No, I don't know. I'm kidding.
A lot of people.
We'll do it on the next one.
Yeah, we don't need another show. Also, no one loves the word vice like Jesse Viola. Like the vice count on this show, you're always saying the word vice.
Vice?
Yeah.
Well, what else would you call it?
That's not my vice. I don't know, but you always bring it back to the vices.
Am I
Probably because we talk about drugs every episode.
Am I an addict?
Yes.
I am?
Yeah, your go-to in any situation is like, how quickly can we get fucked up?
Me?
Yeah.
All the time?
Most of the time.
No.
Maybe.
Anytime we're
Jesse's
outside
in a good
of
mood.
regular working hours, he's like, yeah, maybe not, maybe not. Should we? Maybe don't.
You probably do associate out of work time and not home with drugs. You probably do. I mean, I do. I'll admit it.
Listen, when you're in a good, I'm not advocating for overdoing it anymore. That's different. But when you're in a good
Famous
environment,
last words.
control yourself.
This guy will be fucking looking for a new
This
phone
is
on
also
Friday.
said every single episode.
Yep. This guy's gonna lose his phone on Thursday night.
When it's flowing,
Bet
it's
on
flowing.
it's flowing. What are you gonna do? That's how I grew up. I mean, that's what they did in my house. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Mine
That's
too.
what they did in my house. What are you gonna do?
I agree. We get overserved all the time when the schnatzes get together.
Yeah. But sometimes it's a real hoot,
Overserved.
Overserved.
That's
Oh, God.
It's a real olden time.
I guess like anything else, if you do it good, it's good. If you don't, it's not.
But how many times is it good? And how
Okay.
many times is it not?
It's
What part? The night
No,
or
just
the next day?
both.
drinking and indulging.
I'm not gonna lie. I have a good time most of the time. There's rarely any times that I'm drinking alcohol or smoking a bowl and I get into a very frustrated mood.
No, I
Or you
understand
feel like
that
shit
about
the
you.
next day. You don't want to feel like shit the next day either.
I don't feel anything. I'm
Yeah.
over 215.
I think you just feel like shit all the time.
I don't.
Mm.
My feet hurt. I got this thing now. It's probably because I'm super overweight, but I got this thing now. Like, if somebody does like break into my house, I can't do anything for the first 35 seconds. Like,
What do you mean?
I get my feet on the ground and they really they hurt for the walk to the bathroom.
What do?
And
Do
then
you
they're
like
all
sit up and just look at him for a little
No, I
bit?
walk to the bathroom. I go, ooh, ah, ooh. Quietly, and I get to the bathroom and I'm all right. But I don't know what it is. It's like, I think I got flat feet.
What?
I think I have flat feet. You don't think so?
I notice the cracks and stuff a lot more now. They get worse every single month, I feel like in your body when you get up and you start,
You pop a lot
Yeah.
louder.
Popping, locking?
It's weird.
How do you stop that?
I don't
I don't
know.
think you can.
I don't think you can either.
Fountain of youth.
Mm.
Kratom.
A little collagen.
This looks great. Your layout, background, scenery.
Do me a
What
favor.
would that be called?
Tomorrow, can you call me and tell me that? I'm going to forget you just said that. I just want a good phone call.
Okay, for sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Or a text. It's fine.
Okay. Or a Slack message. I really do try to say good morning, how are you doing before we jump into
Yes,
anything.
you do.
Which I think sometimes I think that annoys you, but I really try to be cognizant of that.
I consciously understand that you're doing that, and it makes me do it to other people, which I hate.
What? I
hate small talk.
I always throw a good morning, and say, you gotta give a little bit of, smooth it up a little bit.
I mean, what else are you gonna say?
Do this work right now.
No, that's not the
No, because people jump right into questions. Say good morning. Say good morning. Say hey. Hi. There's nothing worse than a brand new email thread, Slack message, specifically on email. Say hello.
In person, yes. Digitally, no. I disagree.
First email, yes. If we're continuously replying the same email, don't give me your name again.
No, that's fine.
I feel like what I do to Megan a lot is I'll fire off the fucking thing that's in my head, and then like a second and a half delay will go by, and then I'll hit the good morning. I have a lot of good morning second text.
If I look up good morning BTW, I'm about 42.
Yeah, good morning, by the way.
That's like a joke now. Yeah. But you catch it, and I would rather that all day.
Yeah.
Listen, people are who they are.
It becomes more and more clear the older you get, right?
True. Well, your background looks great. And that's it.
Thank you.
Call
And good morning.
And good morning, good afternoon, good day.
So what's going on in Boston?
Yeah.
I think I got high. I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think that would be as high as I've been thus far from the can. CANN. That's my new favorite thing.
Oh, that's the cardamom one, right?
Oh my, was that the flavor I had?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What the fuck is cardamom?
Blood orange.
It's a spice.
Yeah.
It's like an orange.
Delicious.
It's like an orange. Cardamon's like an orange, cinnamony flavor.
You did the whole thing?
I did the whole thing.
5
milligrams. Yep.
How'd you do it? You do it like over. You do it like over ice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I do that too.
Before we were going to dinner and we were going bowling with a big group of people.
Okay.
Me and a few of my pals did it. Yeah, it
must get hot.
I felt it, and I kind of forgot how to swallow at dinner.
Did you get nervous?
Like, that's where I was getting in my head. I'm like, I got a burger and fries because that sounded the best to me. And we're sitting at dinner. I'm like, I'm not really talking to anybody, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm chewing. Like, if I know what the bodily function is, that's supposed to happen right now.
Oh my God!
And like, literally, every single time, I had to think so hard about it, about swallowing. But I felt great. I felt giggly.
You were definitely high. That's without a doubt. That's.
It was good.
She ate food that she doesn't normally eat and almost couldn't swallow, but she felt great.
Yeah.
I eat burgers all the time.
Did you did you get nervous about the swallowing? Like briefly? Like were you briefly a little nervous?
No, I wasn't scared. I was a little just confused. But I was proud of myself because I wasn't super nervous. I just didn't know what was happening.
Well, that's good because that's a point where you could go full like psychosis.
You can go paranoid at that spot.
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah, well, I did it with a few of my friends, and one of them had a little nervous moment. She went through like stages of the process.
Yep.
And she had like a nervous moment where she thought that she was like saying things that were embarrassing, and we had to be like, "You're not even talking. Like you haven't said anything." Oh. And she was like, "I feel like I'm talking and like embarrassing myself." I'm like, "You're good. You haven't said a word."
Yeah, that's funny.
Could you send that drink to the office?
The problem was she didn't want to drink the full thing because she also is like newer to the weed space. So she was having this whole like nervous moment. I just kept flashing back to us being about to leave her apartment and me being in her face, chug it. I drank the whole thing, chug it. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm the reason she's gonna have like a panic attack. Now that made me a little nervous. I felt guilty.
It doesn't agree.
Yeah, that was the weed.
It doesn't agree with everybody. You know what I mean? Like some people can't because you got to be able to pass through the paranoid stage. You got to be able to like sail through that and still make it back to shore.
I didn't think you could get paranoid off of 5 milligrams.
Yeah, I think it's more.
I think you definitely can.
You got to have more to get paranoid.
Yeah.
You get paranoid with 5 milligrams, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, like that girl who thought she was saying embarrassing things. Was she drinking as well?
Because it's gonna get worse.
No.
No other Vice.
No, we didn't do anything else. We just did the weed.
Yeah, I don't think weed's for her.
She's like, I think I was high. I was wearing bowling shoes, eating cheeseburgers, and listening to Fish.
Told everybody.
No.
Told everybody about
Wait,
that
so-
time I ran naked in the bowling alley.
we went to dinner and then we walked to the bowling alley, and we got to the bowling alley, and that's when it was like peak hitting. Like everything was coming together. And I looked at her, and she like wasn't sure like how her night was gonna go, and I said, "Oh my god, I forgot we had to change shoes at the bowling alley and put on the bowling shoes." And I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm like putting these shoes on is gonna send me into oblivion." That was my quote. That took her out. Like that was what put her in a good mood, because she's like, "What do you mean that you have to change your shoes? Like we're bowling. Like it's gonna send you into oblivion." Like it was the hardest task I was gonna do the whole night was change your shoes.
Was Mike there?
So he was drinking.
Nice.
He was not doing the weed.
He was
It
chaperoning?
was just us, just the girls.
You got to do both. You
Yeah.
got to drink and do that. And do
Imagine
that.
your friend
gotta
like
get the
predicted the
weed.
immediate future.
That would be great.
Like she's like, I think we're gonna show up at the bowling alley right now. I think we're gonna have to change our shoes.
Someone's going to come over with a
It
picture of
was
beer
fun
right now.
though. And I felt great the next morning, which I loved, but I felt silly during the night. It was good.
It's good. When,
Sounds
and
like
when
a
it's
good
good,
time.
it's real good.
Yeah. So I want to try it again. I want to make him do it. Also, beautiful dispensary. It was gorgeous.
What was it called? Shout out.
That's a great question.
Theory
Native.
Wellness?
Something native. I'm scared to open another tab because you told me don't open
Yeah,
any
don't.
other
All
tabs.
right, don't do that.
But it was great, and they had like a display because I'm a visual. Like I wanted to pick the prettiest can, and that's exactly what I did. And the
Okay.
brand was Can. So shout out.
Did you add
Good
like?
for beginners.
Were you purely going on can aesthetics, or did you ask questions of like, well, you know, what strain is it? Like, how's it gonna make me feel? Did you get into that?
I was not going off. No.
You would just give me the
No.
nicest looking can, and I'm going. with it.
Vibes. I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of that brand from a podcast I listened to, so
Okay,
I felt kind of connected to that. They were beautiful cans.
Me and
Cut
Kurt
that.
were saying
And-
before. Go ahead. Go
Cut
ahead.
that part.
Keep going.
Well, no, I was gonna say great marketing by them because I've
mean
said
that's a
Can a
clip.
million times. That's actually the brand.
Can CANN. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
That's
Shout
such
out.
a big deal, though. Like, and people overlook that. I mean, there's such shitty marketing in that space, but like,
Yeah.
that's still about 75% of how I choose it.
Yeah.
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 You know,
Like Camino.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing it good. They do
Oh,
it good.
Cool looking.
Yeah.
And they had a
Convenient.
Genius Pill section, like that
Yeah.
brand. And they had
yeah.
like every single color.
Yep.
Yeah, they're for like different
And I was
things,
like,
like the
oh,
love pills
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
boners.
Love pills
Yeah.
don't really work.
Try
Also,
Yeah,
only
it wasn't anything.
$5
It's great.
$5 for
for
what?
the can.
I can.
for the
That's good.
one can. So I'm like, I had a great night for $5. I did try to pay with credit card, and they were like, it's a $6 service charge if you pay with credit card.
Yeah, there's
Double the price.
they I think they did
Yeah.
away with that here, but there's rules.
Yeah.
No, you can't pay.
I'm like,
with
I'm just a
credit
girl.
card.
I don't have cash.
You
You
can't
can
pay
only
with
pay
Amex.
with a debit card.
That's
Wait,
right.
you went to the
yeah.
weed dispensary and bought one can?
Yeah.
Wow. They didn't come in like a package of 4?
They did if you wanted it.
But you could also buy one.
How
That's
did I
interesting.
know
I don't know.
if I was going to like it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, of course. I think
just
people
feel
do
like
that
you
all
always
the time.
buy. It's just like a beer. You buy a 6-pack. You're not separating 6-packs.
I mean, I respect the restraint of
Me
like
too. I mean, I
like
think it's amazing.
going in and just getting one.
I would have definitely bought a 4-pack.
Me too, without a doubt.
100%.
But I mean, I overdo everything, so I'm not.
Right.
Vices.
Well, I think it's like they have that if you want to try all the flavors. You know,
Yeah.
you want to like you don't know if you're gonna commit.
That is a good,
Yeah,
solid
I guess
reason
so.
to get one.
You know, you should try to pay with Quatavius Pork Pay next time.
I don't even know what that
Is anybody
Pardon?
doing like bars like on that level? Like, is that happening?
No,
what,
there's
can
no,
you sell it in the
there's
bar?
no license for that.
Yeah.
No, they can't do that.
You can't do that.
But I heard
Wait,
that
but
there
did-
are some in the city, like some of the kava places, I think, are doing it and not supposed to.
Interesting.
But they're also not
Ah.
supposed to be selling that shit too.
They're selling, Can came out with them. I saw actually an influencer ad for them. Small little packets that you can like put into a seltzer or something, like take on
Yeah.
the go,
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting.
yeah, that is the big thing. Like the tincture.
People start sniffing that.
Like a
If that's what you do, you put packets in salsa, people are sniffing it.
Well, there's like a liquid one too. It's like a little dropper.
Oh, a little
You
drop
can make
under
any
the tongue.
drink.
Yeah,
Like
under
a
the
little-
tongue. It doesn't go in the drink.
Yeah.
The dropper goes right under
Right up
the
the
tongue.
nose.
Under the tongue.
Yeah.
That shit
My
works.
weed era, hopefully.
I mean, listen, if kids ate Tide Pods, they're going to eat fucking drops. 100%.
Definitely.
Do you think this is why everybody's getting stupider?
The
Drugs?
weed?
Yeah, is it the weed?
The weed,
is
the
it gonna
porn,
come
the
down to
internet?
the weed, the porn?
No, it's all of it, dude.
It's all of it combined?
Without a doubt. And social media, all of it.
It's not good.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We got to figure out how to surf this wave.
Just another version. Like it used to be back in the day. It's these damn fucking books, you know?
We might be.
And then it was like, it's these
Yeah.
damn magazines and newspapers. Everybody's going
If you
crazy.
think about it, though, I'm just thinking of this now. We
It's
might be
these
the-
damn TV.
we might be
Kids
the
these days.
generation
Yeah.
that like always has to work throughout our entire year, meaning not our jobs, meaning every store we go to, we're working in. You know how we're like checking ourselves? Like we're always gonna have to do work at every place we go.
What do you mean?
I don't see what you're saying.
I don't
So
get that.
when you go to a store, you gotta self-check you out.
Oh.
When you go to Madison Square Garden now and you get a beer,
Yeah.
he doesn't take the beer from you and fucking charge it. He goes, scan it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he gives you your change back.
Yep.
So like we might be the generation that where, everywhere you go, you're gonna be working.
I don't mind that. I don't
That's
mind
because
the
you don't want
self-checkout.
people touching your shit.
Yeah. I
That's
don't-
the only reason why.
I don't want to talk to them either.
Okay.
I love interacting with people.
Like dumb people behind a counter.
No,
You enjoy
no,
interacting
no,
with those
no,
people.
definitely not. Definitely not. But
That's what they're eliminating.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna be okay with going to the deli and then you gotta make your fucking sandwich. You tell somebody you want roast beef and then they say, okay, come on.
Okay, scan the label.
I'll name it.
Roast
after
beef
myself.
dispensing now.
But yeah, this is the JK.
Roast beef dispense now.
Nah, I don't know, man. We're going. We're headed.
Right.
We're going.
The self-checkout thing I don't really mind, but like what I really do mind is like what are all these people gonna do if they're not doing that? First of all, they're not doing
Yeah,
that.
where are they going?
They're not doing that anyway right now. Like workforce as far as like a retail standpoint is atrocious.
It's bad.
Nobody wants to work there, you know.
You go to the like check something out at CVS and the kid's like on his phone.
Yeah.
You know what I
Nobody
mean?
wants
Like,
to clean it. None of these stores are getting
But
clean.
what are they gonna do? What are those people doing for the
Wait
rest
for
of the
their
time?
parents
what
to
I
die to
understand
get
is
their
that how
money?
do the companies how do they tolerate that?
I think a lot of the companies are just failing.
Yeah,
And eventually.
like CVS is failing,
I don't think so. I think it's built into like their whole thing.
like the brand.
Yeah.
Like I was there not too long ago, and the kid was on his phone, like on TikTok, like as he's ringing me up,
Yeah, 'cause
and he's
the only guy
and,
there.
and I'm like,
Nobody else works.
how is this even possible?
Like, have you been to a Dollar Tree?
Yeah. But I can't
Well,
talk
the
about
truth
this.
is, in
Right.
fairness,
You're
right,
right.
in devil's
Forgot about
devil's advocate, for not being like, oh, Jenny. But those jobs are terrible jobs. Nobody wants those fucking jobs.
Yeah, but you could still be a manager at a retail store and make enough money to, pay for your family.
100%.
That's
For
important.
sure.
Yeah, but that's that I guess we're talking about kids.
No, we're talking about jobs that used to pay a little bit more money or have a little bit more respect that you were a manager, and now it's just you're a piece of shit.
And everything has the possibility of being a stepping stone, So like you go somewhere and you learn, you can take that and you can move somewhere else. But I don't know if anybody I don't think people think like that,
You don't think they want to go to that next level? They're just
No, I think
happy
they
enough
want.
I think a lot of
want to
people-
go to that next level before going to the level before it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
They want to go straight to the next level.
Yes. I mean, seniority. Seniority has been thrown out the window years ago. People come into, talk about my job, you used to hand move kegs around. If you ask a driver to touch a keg now, they don't even know. But it's because they've never seen it before.
What do you mean?
So if they got a place to go and you put kegs over a wheel,
Right.
right?
Drop it
Back
down.
in the day, you drop it
They had
down on
that
the
little
floor. It's not going to
fucking-
break. It's a keg.
They had that. Also had that little knit like pillow.
Yeah.
Remember that?
So you would drop it down. You do a little bit of work. Now, if they see it over the wheel, they freak out and they're like, no. Let's move this. They'd rather take cases off of another pallet, make it fit somewhere else. So he's got his kegs right here.
Yeah, because they don't want people suing them for throwing their back out.
No, I'm saying the drivers are bitching about it because they're not used to doing hard work.
Yeah.
Times change.
Times are changing, and they're changing fast, man. Can we talk a little bit about the fucking Trump shooting? I mean, that's amazing.
I'll talk about the Trump shooting any day of the week.
Like, what the hell?
So I got a text right away I didn't know that it happened at 6 o'clock in the evening. Like, I thought I was just out all day at Saratoga, and then I came back. Holy shit, Trump got shot. But, I mean, first time in 41 years, I think.
I didn't know about it, I think, not until like the next day, maybe, or late.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I found that fascinating.
Oh, no,
I found that fascinating that like something like that could happen. And like there's huge swaths of the population that had no idea about it.
See, wait, something that couldn't happen, meaning you didn't know about it?
Yeah, because like when you say it hasn't happened in 41 years, right? Like
Right.
the last time that happened, that was like national news. You could hear a pin drop. Everybody that lives here knew exactly what was going on. Everybody was tuned into that thing.
I'm surprised you didn't know.
This I feel like wasn't
know.
the same. It wasn't the same. You know what I mean? It's only in corners.
Yeah.
You agree with that or no?
I didn't get any alert about it, but my wife did. But I don't have any alerts.
And I went to Google it. I put in Trump news after I found out about it.
Yeah.
And nothing came up.
But as soon as it happened, my whole entire Instagram feed was littered with it.
Yeah.
Mine was not.
Twitter.
Not from like things that I would never see before, but just people like that I'm connected to.
Got it.
Everyone was posting about it.
I didn't post. I texted
shit
though.
too.
I texted.
You think it was staged?
My brother's first text was Trump shot ?
That was the first thing I said.
Grazed ?
That's exactly what I said.
It's not fucking staged.
Yeah,
I mean,
probably not.
I'm so
Probably
tired
not. But I immediately was
What
like,
do you mean
could be.
Probably
No,
not.
probably not.
Is it confirmed that like the blood was from a bullet or from like them holding him down?
What do you mean?
Like, did he actually get shot, or did when they tried to like protect him from it, he got cut on the way down?
I mean, he went like this.
Yeah,
when
he did
was
go like
standing.
this.
yeah.
When he was standing, he touched his ear.
Like, is he missing a piece of his ear?
Well, last night he had a bandage on it, so I don't know. But it looks like the bottom little flapper. This
Yeah.
little guy looks like that would be gone.
No, but he was bleeding from the top of his ear.
Nah, I think it was the bottom.
All right.
If you get, I mean, I've never been grazed before, but I got to
You've never
imagine.
been grazed?
No.
Never been grazed
But
by a bullet?
I imagine
While
if you're
speaking at a
like,
rally.
if you're grazed by a bullet, like that's got to take a little bit off, right?
I think
It's a little bit of a haircut.
I just can't believe. I mean, I don't want to get on it, but I don't think it should have ever got past Secret Service if they're that good. Guy was 400 feet away.
It seems a little. It seems a little like silly.
Seems close. They'd like blame it on the peak of the roof.
Did you see the video of the angle?
Yes.
That kind of seemed like I was like right there, you know, like
Yeah.
he
How could the other sniper not have seen him? They were on
Yeah.
like they were looking
Yeah,
at each other.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
and like there were people like in the crowd turning like, hey, look, there's a guy on a roof, like that.
And I know it might sound weird, but maybe that's a whole thing of not new generation, but they've been doing it for so long. Hasn't been a threat in so long.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
They should always be on high alert. But you drag ass.
You're telling me if it came out that it was staged, you'd be surprised?
It wasn't staged.
I'm not saying that it is. I'm not
dead in the audience.
I'm
It
not.
wasn't staged.
I'm not saying that it's. I'm not saying that it's staged. But what I'm saying is, that if it came out that it was,
Yeah,
you
a
would
guy
be
died in
you'd
the
be-
audience. I would be shocked.
You'd be shocked.
That they killed someone by
took one
accident.
for the party.
What?
Took one for
Took
the
one
party.
for the party for the whole party.
That seems plausible to me.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, it was like
Like
was
they knew they were going to shoot that one guy.
Yeah,
you're
or
saying
maybe
the
that guy's not
Republican
even
Party-
shot. Maybe that guy was an actor.
What do they call it when they give
Okay,
something
let's not
away?
say that. May rest in peace.
What if it was
Yes,
like
that's
you
right,
know,
that's right,
he
that's
was-
right.
It was like
right.
some Republican senator's little slow brother, you know, that they just like sacrificed for the election.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like a guy they caught doing something, and it's like, listen,
Yeah.
if you want your family to be taken care of,
Could be that.
we're gonna ruin your name, or you're gonna take one for the
I think
team.
the internet is ruining. Oh, so he could pinpoint fucking that guy, right? And graze Trump,
No, but
or did he get in trouble for grazing Trump?
I'll always go back to the same
Can't
reference.
believe he grazed him. He was supposed to miss him.
When it comes to like how I measure fucking conspiracy theories is, and I'll always go back to this. If you get fucking letters in the mail with pictures of you running red lights, and you can't do that without getting away with it. How the fuck at Donald Trump's fucking speech there's some fucking jamoke fucking climbing up on the
People
fucking
aren't paying attention.
and pulling out the sniper. It seems like very hard.
And he was a young
20,
guy,
I think.
registered Republican, which is interesting.
Yeah, but that also doesn't mean
Take
shit
a
because you
plot.
do that shit when you're like 17 in high school and you're just filling out boxes.
I think yeah, but I just moved to Boston. I had to refill it out and state my party and all the
Yeah,
things.
but you're like
So-
36 now.
oh my God, it's easy. I just think he's so young.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Scary.
I don't know anything. I don't really know much about it.
All I know is that it was a
I
young
feel
guy.
like numb to it.
It happened. It's happened so many times.
Deal.
It's happened so many times in our lifetime, but yeah, not.
But it really hasn't.
No, an public shootings and stuff has been so. But yeah, an assassination on a president or former president.
Yeah, I
candidate.
think the shooting component of it is
that's a big deal.
You know what? The other thing too is like the next or that night, whatever. I said to my wife, I was like, it's crazy that I'm going to say this, but like, it's surprising to me that it took this long for that to happen.
Me too. I felt
agree.
the same way, but I also felt the same way about Obama. I thought he would have definitely gotten an attempt on him.
But he didn't like excite people in the way that like this guy does.
Yeah, very true. But to be the first guy to try and assassinate the first black president, I mean, if a guy's looking for clout, that's the time to do it.
He was Hawaiian anyway. That's crazy to think though, right? And I was like, I think that's a lot of the reaction of like why it's not such a big deal. And that was my honest reaction was like, can't believe that didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
For him.
Especially around like 2020.
What about him coming back out like this?
In infamy.
Totally.
Especially if he wins.
Totally.
And his mugshot.
Yeah.
His mugshot and that photo.
Yep.
Like,
Amazing
I mean,
it would happen in the same
listen,
month,
I'll publicly say I'm not a fan of the guy. Never was. But that was a sick move. That was a sick move. It was a sick move on his part.
And I thought it was very suspicious. I mean, it's too close now, but he didn't speak last night, which I was very surprised. He just came out and waved hands with a little cup on.
He doesn't have to speak. Are you kidding me? He just took a bullet and he threw up one of these.
It was a sick move.
Sick move.
I feel the same way you do. Like, I would not vote for him. I would not, I don't think he's a great guy, but that was a sick move.
Sick move. Got to tip your hat to him. It was a manly moment.
I wonder how it feels to be grazed.
Probably scary as shit.
Yeah.
Probably,
Because you probably hear it before you feel it.
Did you see that one photo with the bullet screaming behind him? That journalist had to get a lot of money for that.
I didn't get that.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's Trump like this. I don't know if he was hit yet or not, but there's a bullet streaming right behind him.
And they show it?
It's just a picture. It's a picture.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The other thing that's a little suspicious about it is like nobody in that crowd reacted to what was going on.
Yeah.
They were all just
It all seemed like it was
there,
very delayed.
like watching what was going on.
But I bet you there's a level of that too, though. I bet you there's a delayed reaction because you don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
Don't.
But
like you heard
a
those
gunshot,
sounds.
Like that's a pretty specific sound.
But from far away,
That's
like
not far away though.
I feel like I hear gunshots every night in my backyard. I really do. Like there's weird sounds that I'm like, it's not a firework. It's constant. Are they just people just shooting in the air? Like I don't know. Is that a thing that people
Where
would
was
do?
it? Where did it happen?
Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, they're probably shooting each other all the time.
Shooting
over there.
all the time.
Or just shooting things.
I feel like they reacted. I mean, some people went down. Some people were yelling.
I looked at some of those videos and like the people in
Me
the
too.
stands like immediately behind him were just like watching, like
Did you see the weird smirk one?
No, somebody smirks weird.
It just like she stands there and then she does and then ducks down and then has her phone up in 2 seconds.
Oh, that's weird. She's probably a robot.
I'm telling you, man, shit could have been a set.
It's not a set. Not everything.
That was a
is
set in
setup.
Burbank.
It was the same one where we went to the moon.
I can't live my life like this. I can't. I quit.
I can't live my life like this.
Everything is fake on the internet. It's so annoying.
No, but it might not be either.
Did you hear the whole thing about Mr. Beast? I don't know if it's old or not.
I don't know.
Did you hear the whole thing
No.
about Mr. Beast?
He's in trouble?
No. The conspiracy theory is that he is actually the devil's son.
The devil's son?
And that's why that's why he is so loved by everybody and gives, because he needs to be loved first before he turns.
That's like
and his name's the Beast, Mr. Beast.
That's like
the devil is.
That's like a Christian conspiracy that's out there?
I mean, it's not Christian conspiracy. It's just another fucking conspiracy. Anything that
Well,
good
the second
or
you see
bad
that,
happens,
you scroll.
it's a conspiracy. Everything.
Yeah, but I would believe
That's a stretch.
I would believe that they
You say it's a stretch. I'll show you a video, I bet you, and at the end you'll go, Oh, it's kind of interesting that guy thought
I
about
would
that.
Now I'm thinking about it too, and it's like he's getting people addicted to TV.
Yes.
Now he's giving people
Chocolate,
candies and chocolates.
Stations all over the world.
I guess you have to like believe in the devil first.
Yeah.
To have grounds, and I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Well, like, what is the origin of his name if it's not that? I'm not saying it. You know, that's a
Interesting.
pretty broad sort.
Interesting.
But, like,
I would think like hype beast.
What?
Is that a
Okay.
thing? Like hype beast, isn't that like a thing? Like
Hypebeast is like a culture website, I think. Right?
Did Mr. Beast make it up?
No.
Nope, the devil did.
The devil did.
Hypebeast is similar to Vice Networks. Vice.
Anyway.
Yeah, but I'd way sooner believe that the Trump setup was a setup before Mr. Beast was the son of Satan.
Could be, though.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible, man. Anything is possible.
That microphone's nice like that.
I don't like it.
Nothing to shock me now.
I mean, I'll get used to it.
You'll see it when the camera comes. It's going to be nice.
Yeah. I'm not wearing a hat.
Kurt, you were in Saratoga.
Yeah, I went up to, so we shot right up to Saratoga, got a couple horse races in, but taking 2 sets of grandparents and your 4 kids to a track, not good. You know what?
Hot as
Now that
hell.
I'm thinking about it, Meg, it kind of sounded like I had 4 little U's around because all they kept on saying is, oh, I guess everybody smokes here, huh? It just smells like smoke. It just smells like they...
I don't know if I should be offended by that.
No. You would be right because it stinks. But my son wouldn't like bump this guy's fist. Like he was just giving him a bump because he was just walking by and he was like, we were talking about horse races. And he's like, I'm not bumping him. He smells like smoke.
Oh, shit.
I was like, damn.
Did they have fun?
I would have made him bump him.
It was a little too hot. 2 of my daughters won. Like I let them put like $2 on a race, like pick a horse. So they loved it, of course. They like to see the horses. We got to see the horse get like a bath afterwards, right on the track. So they got like right close up. They were like 1.5 feet away.
Nice.
But it was too hot. It was too hot for them.
I love that place.
And they knew that I could see you going to Saratoga. It's a good time.
Oh yeah.
They knew that we had a pool at the hotel, so that's all they cared about.
Nice.
It was over as soon as they learned that.
Yeah, I wouldn't really think to take a kid there.
Yeah, me
we
neither.
only did it because we were going to the Cuban contest.
Yeah.
And it was
I got you.
15 minutes away.
Tell us about your kid's Rubik's Cube contest.
I
That's
just
cool.
told you about it. I'm tired of it. No, it was awesome.
No.
Do you know, Meg, that my son entered a Rubik's Cube competition?
No, but I absolutely love that. Tell me more.
All right, so he could do a 3x3, a 2x2, and a Pyramix, which is a triangle cube, all under a minute. He could solve them.
Wow.
It's really cool.
And you know, he's about 5 seconds away from the other competitors to be like a real competitor. But these kids are like 30 years old,
All
20
Chinese.
years old. They're all Chinese. Most of them are Chinese. Yeah, they all
And
look
he's
like
what, 11?
he's 10, and all these kids look like they're like locked in the basement, and they never get to see the sun. And whatchamacallit? So he got a little bit mad. He got all his goals. He had really good goals, you know, all the solves under a minute, all that stuff, and he completed everything. But he got sad at the end, and he's like, you know, I'm not as good. He kind of got down on himself. One tear came down the eye, and I was like, Jake, I'm like, look around this room right now. I'm like, none of these kids come out of their room. They just play this game the entire time. They don't have a social life. So I put all the other competitors down to make my son feel better.
These kids are all going to be virgins until they're 30. This
like,
kid's never going to see a
I was
breast
like,
in his
none
life.
of them play soccer.
You're 10.
There's not one of them that plays soccer. You're 10. There was a 5-year-old there that killed it too. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
It was a different
That's really
kind
cool.
of.
And he just...
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Oh, we both just said go ahead at the same time. No, it was just a different kind of proud feeling that I haven't experienced yet. Because
I think it's
nice.
super cool. After seeing that documentary on Netflix, and then connecting that with,
that's a cool documentary.
Yeah.
super cool.
Yep.
Really
That's how I got
cool.
into it.
So a 3x3, that's a standard Rubik's
3x3 is standard Rubik's Cube.
So 2x2 is easier?
I mean, everybody's doing it faster, so yes.
Okay.
But it's still a different way to
Well,
solve.
there's less movements.
Less moves, less
Yeah, 'cause
ways
it's
to
all
do it.
really just math, right?
It's
like knowing how
it's
many
some
turns.
sort of
It's
algorithm.
like a formula.
It's a formula, 100%. And
I had a year that I wanted to learn one, and I like wrote down the entire formula of it. I never learned it, but I would like to.
Does. He has a book of
Yeah.
algorithms,
I just memorize them.
He
Right.
You just got to. He has
Might
to
be
get
good
to
for
a
some of
point
my
in the
like
cube.
mania.
It would probably be really good for you, but then you'd throw it up against the wall when you couldn't do it in like
Probably.
a week.
Yo, you should get them like. I feel like the next stage of that is like coding or something. You know,
You
Get
know,
him
that's
like
what
a coding
somebody else said.
academy.
I don't know what coding is. For the computer? You're saying? Why are you laughing at me?
Yeah.
For the
Like making computer programs and stuff, designing things like that.
But how do I do that for him? I
No,
don't
there's
know.
all kinds
No,
of
you
kids
gotta,
like,
places.
programs
There's
for
Like
it?
get him in a
classes.
course or something.
Yeah. Like a coding academy.
Probably works the same part of the brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. This is what we're talking about
That's
last
cool.
week. Someone would have helped me out at that stage in time.
You would
know?
probably focus heavy on
Yeah.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It was cool. It was really, really interesting. Now he wants to go all over the world and I ain't doing it, but
Do you remember like in high school, like computer science, like C plus basic or whatever it's called?
no.
Yeah.
C plus plus and basic.
Yeah.
I think about how I would have liked if somebody. I needed a cheerleader on that one. You know, if somebody would have like explained. But yeah, of course, you could say that about anything, I guess. But
You mean like a teacher?
no. Well, if I would have had any inclination to the level of monetary value that was associated with, I probably would have been more interested in it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I agree with that.
I think maybe.
I think
At
you're
least
just-
I would have learned enough to be able to be friendly with the people that were really good at it, and then figured out how to get them. You know how to
That's awful.
Big
That's
fan
the
of
worst. That's the worst.
how to thread the needle in terms of like fucking getting money. No, that's
Because,
called being
like,
a
you were
middleman.
saying, like, yeah, if I would have known the money that could have been made by doing computer programming, I would have learned it. And I'm like, I've known you my whole life. There ain't enough fucking teachers in the world that could teach you how to sit there and fucking be a computer programmer. You fucking kidding me? And you were saying that so seriously. I'm just sitting here like, I can't let this happen.
Oh my gosh.
And then you got there by yourself. You're like, yeah, I would have scammed that fucking dweeb into fucking somehow making something that I could make money off of.
Yeah,
Started
yeah.
paying the top two in
Wait,
the
is that
class.
what you just did to me, actually?
I was about to make that joke.
Kidding.
Oh man, no, you got to know what you're good at, all right? But subject matter expertise is important.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what was your subject in school? I feel like you're the guy that like was always like, hey, what are you studying? You're just like business.
Me?
Yeah,
I didn't study anything.
nothing, right?
No.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
I like the
Why
creative.
does everybody say me?
It's a reset.
And
so
that's a
you can think.
counter that we need. Like, anybody, jump in.
Me?
I always loved writing. Writing was creativity.
And you like your classes were focused around that?
In college, yeah, towards the end.
Mm.
Yeah, not in high school because
That
there
wasn't
wasn't
very
that
smart.
many shit.
That wasn't very smart.
No, it wasn't very smart at all. It was terrible. It's like being a painter.
Yeah.
It's the worst idea ever.
No, but I think what's interesting is like, especially people our age, if you got deep into Photoshop and editing, and there was a lot of money to be made and a lot of stuff to have been done with all that stuff.
Well, but writing too, though. You know, like
Yeah.
copywriting is one of the most,
Yep.
the best skills
Yeah.
you can
Yeah,
have.
now that wasn't really.
Forever.
It's always been.
The way to be able to persuade people with writing, there's not
Yeah.
much more of a cooler
I
skill.
think
than that.
journalism would have been the way to start.
Advertising.
I think that would have been, or advertising. Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
think
that's another thing that had a lot of gatekeepers, a lot of barriers to entry.
Yeah.
Like if you stick with it, boom, the internet pops up. If you could write well,
True.
you write your, you know, fucking print money.
Well, there's
you know?
not enough people explaining how being passionate about one thing is transferable into other places. People, they're just so very like, you know, what kind of career, what kind of job are you going to get? You know what I mean? And like,
Right.
and you think so deeply in terms of just making money, not so much as like, well, what am I good at?
right.
What am I good at? What do I choose to like go above and beyond for? They don't, you know, there's not a lot of that help.
Like Meg it was Spanish.
Megan
Yeah.
was Spanish.
She was like,
Isn't that what guidance counselors are for? To push you in the right direction of where you should be studying.
But it's impossible because they don't know
Yeah.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they get
Also
a little.
at 17.
They get a little bit
yeah,
of.
no, that
yeah.
is too young.
They get a little. They get a file on you. They get your grades and shit. They have some statistics, and they, you know, and maybe they get to meet with you a few times. They don't know.
I mean,
who
I
you
didn't
are.
even know mine, which I don't think that's the way to go.
that's a cool fucking job.
It's a great job.
Like if you
That's a
if
really
you
cool
want to
job.
make it, if you
Yeah.
want to make an impact, it's a very
Yeah.
cool job.
Yeah, because it's like you just gotta like get on their side and like
give a shit about them,
ask the right questions, listen.
Yeah, you're kind of steering them, steering them in the right direction.
Yeah,
I didn't have any like I just
none of that.
I couldn't even remember. I feel like of all the people that you should remember from a like higher up level of school, the guidance counselor should be the one that you remember.
Yep.
My wife has a good relationship with her guidance counselor still to this day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That guy must have really cared.
I like a few teachers that kind of stick out a little bit, but
dick.
not.
No,
It was a woman.
Oh. I just said guy for no reason.
Oh, good. I thought you.
No, that wasn't a creative joke. I just said guy.
Alternatively, though, how cool would it be like if you could go to college now and like sit in lecture halls and just like learn stuff that you're interested in?
You could.
I would like to do that.
It's on YouTube.
To me, it's easier to the electricity of the people. I don't know.
Yeah, the act of college was fun.
Gives me the ability to focus.
Yeah, I liked college.
Yeah. Like a 2 p.m. class.
Hated it.
2 p.m. class, you got to get it done before 2.
No, well, it depends. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It's up to you. You make your own sketch.
What are you, like the cool RA right now?
I was going to say that sounded like I was high.
That sounded like you were a spokesman for higher education.
Make your own sketch, get a couple
you
cans.
know I kind of am.
I know you are.
Yeah.
Snort a little bit of cardamom.
Try new flavors.
When the fucking professors can speak at 1.5 speed, I'll go back to school.
Oh, they were too slow for you?
Too
like
slow.
everything else?
Too slow. Not enough passion from a college professor. Professor?
Professor's
Not that one guy we had with the piano.
I mean, it really
that guy was
depends
good.
on the class. It really depends on
It
the guy.
depends on the class.
I've met some good ones.
I just don't remember anybody like, one or two here or there.
Yeah.
But,
But nobody stands out like Mr. XYZ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't have anything like that.
Well, I
like,
mean, it's just like going to a consumer place. You go to a place, sometimes you got an amazing
You're right.
person.
You're right. You're right.
100%.
And then sometimes you got a fucking guy whose his eyes aren't even
You're
open.
100% right.
Same shit.
I just feel like where are the people that want to do that job and they do it all the way, Changing lives.
There's only a few.
I remember a few classes throughout the way. Like I took a linguistics class, and that was pretty fucking mind-blowing.
Linguistics is a tough word to say. Linguistics.
Linguistics. That was pretty mind-blowing to where like how words are just made up and they've been changing like forever since the beginning of time when we agreed we're going to write words down on paper.
It's crazy.
Like that opened my mind to like nobody knows anything, man. Nobody knows anything. Because if you're telling me that
was
like
my last day of college.
Yeah. No, like there's been moments like that where I've just tapped out on like this. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Like
I took a linguistics class, and that's when I figured out what the word arbitrary meant.
okay,
And that's one of my favorite words to date.
arbitrary.
That's a good one.
Right? Arbitrary. And that was when I learned it in linguistics.
It's a good
which is
word.
kind of fitting.
It's a good
With
word.
all the reading you do you feel like your vocabulary is expanding, or it's like a lot of the same words over and over again, like sexy fairy?
Yeah, dirty words. No, I actually do feel like I learn a lot. It's funny you bring this up because we've been doing all the New York Times mini games. Like I'm obsessed with them.
Sure, same.
And I have to like hold back doing them during the day because we like to do them at night before we go to bed. It's like a fun game. But I feel like I'm learning from that, like what different things are that I would have never known, which I like a lot.
That New York Times game app is a fucking game changer.
Really?
And I'm a little bit upset that they went back and like made the archives available, because now I'm trying to rip off like a month at a time to get back to the beginning, because it was just like it was something that was like so nice to look forward to every day, but you could only do one a day.
Right. Was that the thing we did in the
Couldn't
beginning
overdo
of the
it.
day?
Exactly. Yeah.
That was enjoyable. I like that. It was very nice.
Yeah. It's really killing it.
It was like a mint for your mind.
That's a great metaphor.
That's what it felt like.
Or simile, rather, because you use
That's
the
what
word
it felt like. Do you think vocabulary, like I personally think that I think vocabulary is most developed when you're a young kid based upon the people that you're around?
Yeah.
You think
I
those?
would say so.
You think those games make it? Those games like that stuff makes it better? And reading makes it better?
I think reading. I mean, I read a lot of fucking newspapers back in the day. Like that was my thing. Magazines and newspapers. When I worked at a beer distributor, I would read 10 a day.
Yeah, FHM, fucking
Yeah.
front to back, like 3 New York newspapers, and those
A couple of FHMs.
yeah. But still, I think that like
Yeah, reading definitely helps it.
it helps it,
Definitely.
especially I think more importantly, like especially at that age though.
Yeah.
You know, this is just why do we say fuck all the time? Because you're surrounded a bunch of fucking assholes.
a little bit. But it definitely improves it. If you do anything for 6 months like that, it's going to improve it.
It's cool to learn like a new word, then you can like find a spot to throw it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't stand those calendars. Like those calendars that would give you a new word every day. You'd never throw in
What
that
calendar
word
is
in.
that?
You remember the little
Little
rip
desk
off,
calendar.
little paper rip-off calendar?
I never had
Jesse
I never
never
had a
had one
word.
of those.
I never had one of those.
Jesse's never had a calendar, period.
No.
Or he had it and it was on January 3rd until the end of the year. He ripped off the first 2 days of the year, and then it was like arbitrary for the rest of the year.
How have we not just
Wait.
followed him around with a camera? Like, what does he do all day? It's amazing.
That's another thing that comes up on this podcast every week. Kurt asking Jesse what he does all day, what he does on the weekends, who mows his lawn.
You don't think that's interesting? I'm doing everything over at my house.
You're at the Rubik's Cube competition, betting on horses. What?
Oh,
back.
she's back. She's back.
She's back. Another word that I love, vernacular, which is related to
Vernacular, yeah.
vocabulary. I love that word.
That's a strong word.
I love words. I think words are amazing. I think words are an incredible part of being alive.
Hell yeah. Preach, sister.
Linguistics.
Incredible part about being alive.
I do.
What would happen?
Favorite parts about being alive. Yeah.
Words. Weed water.
Vices.
Vices.
But words are reality, man. You know, you shape reality with words.
Words are reality. Yeah, I mean, words
Yeah.
are.
Like, think
present.
about the things that get done with words. Lot.
Think about things that get done with fists.
More gets done with words than gets done
No,
with fists.
well, I was listening. We were driving. That was a lot of starts of sentences. I was listening. We were driving the other day, and we were listening to Joe Rogan and Zach Bryan's episode from like last year. And Zach was talking about how he loves words as well, just like Jesse, but how like it was so powerful to learn that like words had feelings, and like you could read a book and be hysterically crying from a book. And I was like, huh, that's pretty
true.
cool.
Interesting.
Kurt
No.
sent me a video this morning, and it made me tear up a little bit.
Can't believe it.
Swear to God.
Really?
I was in my kitchen at 4:47 this morning watching a video that Kurt sent me, and I was it kind of hit me like out of
was
nowhere,
it?
and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Love that. I love that.
It was like this,
Wait,
like
what
this.
was the video?
Kurt sent it to
It
me.
was
It's like a
me
choir
in
video.
No, tell her what it was.
Some dude who I don't know who he is. I think he's like an actor that was in that movie or that show, the play Hamilton.
Yep.
Leslie something.
Lin-Manuel Miranda?
No, not that
no.
guy. Not that guy. But a black dude, and he was like he's a singer, and he sang like a song. But there was like this huge like choir of people around him that were like doing the parts with him, and it was just so beautiful. It was like such an amazing like human moment, and it got me. I'm not gonna fucking lie about
Great.
It was.
4:47.
That's early to have feelings like that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're like, what is going
I
on?
know. Like, Lord, take me now. I'm ready to go. I'm fully insured. I gotta get out of here.
Did you see that video
Which one?
about with the accident at the nail salon?
Yeah.
Dude,
You saw that
the
video?
one you sent me was absolutely outrageous. That guy decided he wanted to die. That's what I thought.
That's exactly what I said.
That's what I
He
think.
got in his car. He said, I'm running into a wall.
Yes.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what
the
he
car
said.
went perfectly through the one parking
The
spot
one
in
parking
that
spot.
parking lot and right through the window. What about the guy in the Jeep? Just gets in his car and
What
drives
about
away.
the guy in the Jeep? That is amazing.
I didn't see that one. Oh, yeah.
One of
The guy in the
first
Jeep.
comments I saw was that guy's got some problems with the cops. He's got
Ducks all
No,
over
that
his fucking
guy-
dashboard.
That guy was probably in shock. That guy was probably, I mean, unless he's a really
getting-
horrible,
are you
terrible
getting in your
person.
car?
No, I'm definitely not.
I don't
Definitely
think
not.
anybody
I jumped
is.
into the fucking water to go save some old lady there.
Now,
No.
somebody who I said that to, who said, maybe he didn't want to see what happened. I'm not saying that I would have peeked in that store,
I think that guy,
but I'm not leaving.
my vote is that guy was in absolute shock. That guy like reality like that in his fucking brain. And he was like, okay, gotta get out of here. Like,
that's just weird though.
It is very
liquor store though. Maybe he was a little
tipsy tootsie.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot that the liquor store was right there. But the seeing that video of him going through that,
he was like, all right, fuck it.
Spot is so
coming
bizarre.
from the Kohl's parking lot.
So bizarre to me.
I just believe he was like there, and he was like, "That's it. This is it's over. Fuck it," and just did that.
What's great, but he didn't die.
I know.
Seen it.
What about the like the luck of not that road is so busy. The luck of getting across that road without getting just straight up T-boned.
Yep.
What
about the luck of the guy in the Jeep?
Yeah, just walking out.
He was like 10 feet away.
If anything,
if he would have parked in the other parking spot, he would have been dead.
Yeah, no, he wasn't in the car yet. He was coming out of the liquor store.
At least he would have heard, like he would have heard it, or he heard something.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how fast the car just like disappears.
Yeah.
So fast. It really is.
And then like because I've seen the video from the other side, and you couldn't tell because all you see the car go fly by. You can't see. There's not context of like that video could have been sped up. Gotcha. But that one that just came out, that's a long time after that happened.
Yeah.
And then it's like you see the people moving at normal speed, so you know that was like actually how fast he was going.
Yeah.
That guy's alive right now.
It's ridiculous.
Killed 4 people. He's alive.
It's amazing that only 4 died.
Like what happens to that guy in prison? Hopefully something bad.
Nothing.
You don't think he gets a little?
I don't think anything happens to people specifically in prison anymore.
No?
I think
you don't think so?
No, I think I don't. So what do you think? Do you think all the prison mates that are there already are like seeing the story and they're like, oh, this guy's coming to our prison?
Let's get him, John.
Let's get him.
Well, first of all,
I think for certain things,
yes,
people probably get some
shit. People will get like
and
rape
women.
kids and women.
Women.
People are raping
women as well.
People rape kids and women.
But you know, there's also like this is gonna sound terrible, but like he killed a cop. So
yeah, he might have some issues.
Like no, I mean the opposite of that. You know, like he's going.
Oh,
into prison.
they might be like, you killed a cop. Congratulations.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
That's rock bottom, man.
The thing about prison too is
he'll probably get 7 years in parole.
It's gangs. They're all gangs.
Yes, you got to be a part of something.
You know, no, before they even go in, like that's what they do is like they place people based on their gang affiliation.
Yeah, but what if I go into prison?
Well, you're like you're not in one, but I'm saying like a lot of people in there are.
What gang do you think you'd roll with?
What?
Like they're going to prison. They're already a part of that gang.
Yeah, and they don't mix them together inside the prisons.
What gang would Kurt be a part of?
What would I be a part of?
You look blood to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like red.
Blood in, blood out.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
Do you think they make you do shit like the first day, like a real gang?
Sex shit?
No, well, anything really. Like,
I don't know.
You ever watch Prison Break?
No.
I heard the first season was good. And
oh my god, that was one of my first shows that I binged in high school. You know Wentworth Miller. You know that actor?
Yeah, he's the guy.
He's the guy. And I watched that first episode, and there's a scene where he like has the tattoos all over his body, and it's actually the map of the prison because he's going in to break out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I love this man. Which is so fun. And he's like so gay in real life, but I was like, oh my god, I am a straight woman. Like that was a scene in high school where I was like, I like him.
You felt something?
I love that show. I did. I experienced something that day. I said, whoa, Wentworth Miller. But that show was great, and they had all the gangs in prison.
Yeah,
it was very interesting.
I just watched. I'm holding out for the season finale because there's a few people watching it. Is The Judge? Is it The Judge? On Netflix?
Your Honor?
Your Honor, that's it.
I don't even know that one.
Oh, that show gives me?
Bryan Cranston.
I didn't see it.
Oh, I heard he was in a new show. I didn't even know that was it.
It's not really new. It's been out for like 4 or 5 years now.
Oh.
Yes, it is new, and now it's new on Netflix. It was a Showtime series.
Is it good?
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
Interesting.
He's going, or did it end already?
Well, there's been 2 seasons. I haven't looked up to see if there's going to be another one because I don't want to know.
Right.
But the first season, even if you just watch the first season, it's so fucking addicting.
Really?
What's it on? It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix,
It is. Oh, God, though. The pit in your stomach, the first episodes, the whole season. I haven't even watched the full season, but it was horrendous.
Yeah, it's like a train wreck. Things go bad so fast. and it's just fucking
You are
awesome.
so stressed.
I don't know if I
See,
need.
that's
I don't,
what I-
I
that's
don't
what
know
I
if I
didn't
need that right now.
That's what I didn't like about Ozark.
Ozark was
My
great.
heart was pumping right away, and then I was
You
like,
didn't have a second to breathe.
yeah, and then like you get 5 episodes in, and you're like, why the fuck do I care about this guy so much? Like it's
That's what they were trying to do.
Yeah,
What do you mean? It's the
I
point of the
guess so.
show.
What do you
exactly.
To
Marty,
get you hooked
Marty
and,
Khan.
like, you know,
Is it
on
not
that
Marty
side
Khan?
of that guy.
mean? No, I understand. Well, I mean the same thing kind of happened with Breaking Bad too. He ended up not being a great guy, but
But exactly,
a
you
little bit more
love him.
story development for that.
But you fall in love with that character.
Yeah, I had mixed feelings
About Marty or about Walter White?
about Walter White.
I had all the
I
feelings.
like the kid.
I think that's the
I like
point.
the kid way better.
Jesse?
Yeah,
Jesse
way
Pinkman?
better. Way better of a human being.
Definitely.
Way
Yeah.
way better
Definitely.
of a human being.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen that, but I like can't bring myself to rewatch the full season.
Why
No,
not?
Walter White crossed the line. But that's it.
I just can't.
That's like, that's what they wanted.
The dad from Malcolm in the Middle.
That's what he's originally from.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
Yeah.
probably not originally from that, but yeah, that's
That
like
was
what I
his-
remember him from most.
I think he started late.
Yeah.
I don't think he was in that much stuff in the beginning.
Well, I think Walter White is like a singular character in like cinematic history. Like,
Oh, for sure.
Of course,
like singular fucking character.
the Walt T-shirts with the Mickey Mouse ears on it, classic.
Unbelievable. when he says, Jesse, I don't want to be in the drug business.
Did you feel like you were
I'm
Jesse?
in the empire
Did you feel like you were
business.
Jesse? You were fucking. He's talking to me. He's fucking talking to me.
No, I didn't identify. I didn't identify with Jesse
This is my
Pinkman.
computer programmer.
I identified him more with Walter White than Jesse Pinkman. Jesse Pinkman was
That
fucking.
show was fantastic.
Jesse Pinkman was a maniac.
That show is so good.
Oh man. And Pollos Hermanos, fucking that guy.
Oh man,
That guy was amazing.
he was amazing.
Amazing. What a show.
I would watch that again if I were you, especially that he hasn't seen it. That makes it so much more exciting.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen Game of Thrones either, and it's just a big undertaking. So I said I support it. I think you should watch it, but I will be on the couch. I'll pay attention to some episodes. Other episodes, I will be on my Kindle. You can't get mad.
I think you'd get right into it. If
Game of
I
Thrones?
don't think
No,
so.
no. Screw great. I don't give a shit about Game of
You
Thrones.
never seen it.
I'm just telling you the truth. I don't give a shit about it. I think if you start Breaking Bad
Which is
again,
crazy because it's fantastic.
It's amazing.
yeah, that seems too long. It seems like I missed it. I missed the boat.
But it's the same thing with Breaking
That's what
Bad.
it
No,
is.
different show.
No
Yeah,
way.
no, it's
Way
a-
more reality based.
Yeah,
Bro,
but it's
you
still
will-
a long, like, it's just the concept of long
It's only
thing.
5 seasons.
That's a lot.
It's less than 8.
I know. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. This guy likes words. Kurt's a
Got
math
himself
guy.
with that.
Kurt's a math
I
guy.
did.
Yeah, but that's like a winter. You know what I mean? That's what you do for the winter.
But you can't watch anything else.
Winter is, but I like that. I love having a focus.
Did you both see The Wire? Not to bring all old shows back.
Of course. One of the best.
Did Meg see it?
No, definitely not.
No.
That's
think
the
so.
I'm not a show. I don't do shows,
What?
really.
Really?
I don't.
We've definitely talked about this.
Oh, I didn't know.
We
she
have
did. I
a
didn't
few
know.
times.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No,
that you
that's
did.
No,
okay.
but you like
That's
Game of
okay.
Thrones and you like fucking Breaking Bad.
Those are 2 shows.
When I like a good show, I like a good show.
You have high
What I'm-
standards.
what
You have
I'm
high
telling
standards.
you is
And she
that
likes Your Honor.
the first 3 seasons of The Wire is probably the best show you'll ever see.
I think she'd like
Yeah.
The Wire.
And I never finished Your Honor. We were talking the other day about
You don't have to
potentially
keep on
starting
calling
one
me
that
Your
we
Honor.
both haven't seen. Okay. If you had to pick like your top show, you can pick one. What would be your top show ever?
Me? Forever?
Everybody.
It would honestly be between those 2 shows, The Wire and Breaking Bad. I
You
think
got one.
I think Breaking Bad is better because it closed. Every single season was concise and it closed the series out really, really well. The Wire season 5 was eh.
It was Game of Thrones for a while, but the end kind of spoiled it a little bit. I also really loved Westworld. I thought Westworld was fucking amazing.
Did that have an end to it though?
I believe it did.
Well, if you don't remember it, it wasn't that great. It's not number 1 then.
I think it ended. Yeah.
John.
Oh, me?
Me?
The Wire, for sure. I've watched that.
Yeah.
I've watched that show from beginning to end 4 times already.
Season 5
I
stuff.
don't even think I know what that's about. Maybe I should look
Cops.
at it.
Baltimore.
Drug
good.
dealers and cops in Baltimore.
It's a good show.
That's what I like because I don't want to laugh. I want
No, it's gritty as fuck.
drug and murder and violence.
That's exactly what it is.
That's a constant debate between my wife and I.
What?
Breaking Bad and
No,
Wire?
like
Comedy.
lighthearted shit versus
my
like
wife-
just death all the time.
My wife does
Fuck
not.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with Ted Lasso?
I want to watch death
I don't-
and murder and mystery
I
all
usually,
the time.
I usually do
100%.
too. I want to go dramatic.
Yeah, my wife.
I don't
want
want to laugh. I laugh enough.
You don't want. I've never heard that sentence in my life. Are you being serious?
I am so serious. The amount of people who have told us you guys should watch Ted Lasso, and we couldn't be more or less interested. No, that's not the statement, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't want to laugh. I don't want to watch The Office. I don't want to watch Friends.
Same. I've
No,
never.
I agree with that.
I've never watched
No.
any of those.
But movies,
I laugh all day long.
like comedy movies, I'd much rather watch a comedy movie than a drama. I
Hell
really.
Dramedy?
Dramedies?
I almost said dramedies.
You talked about that movie, The Hitman. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was a good.
That was a great movie.
That was good.
But
That was fun.
Sci-fi.
especially coming from you guys, there's so much negative around you all day with the news and stuff. Don't you want to laugh when you're watching TV?
No, I feel like I'm a relatively happy person.
Yeah, same. I'm relatively positive most of the time, so I feel like I like when it's escape time. I like to go into the rabbit hole.
The Ted Lasso one though was an interesting
weird.
one because like
I know.
It's totally opposite.
I don't like now. I notice it more because she says it all the time that all the shit I watch is like so like gory,
Dark?
and murderous.
Mm-hmm.
But Ted Lasso's fucking amazing.
I'm sure it's hilarious. I just don't have Apple TV.
I never saw Ted Lasso.
Like I enjoy those shows, but like like I wouldn't put Ted Lasso in the same sentence as like Friends,
Yeah.
or even The Office, because there's a story arc ongoing to Ted Lasso.
You saying Ted Lasso's better?
Yeah, 100%. It's like some of these other shows we're talking about because there's a start and an end to it, whereas
Right.
like Friends just goes on forever.
Forever,
you
yeah.
know, until
Yeah, I mean, Entourage had a story arc,
yeah.
and that was
Yeah, but they were newer. You know what I mean? Like Friends was a sitcom that went on for like 20 years.
yeah.
You know
Well,
what I
it was
mean?
only
Like
10, but yeah,
that's a long time.
it's a long time.
Yeah, and there's another show. There was that show Shrinking on Apple TV. It's comedy. It's great.
Okay, so that.
I like those shows that are lighthearted that have more of like a story to it that's
Yeah.
ongoing
Yeah.
versus just like
Yeah.
the half hour of some sort of a plot and then the next one
Right.
there's going to be
It's a different plot.
a very
Yeah.
loose connection to that.
I get that. I mean, I guess you're just explaining the death of a sitcom.
Yeah, it was a different form of TV. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the level of entertainment that we had at that time.
Right.
It's evolved substantially. I like the newer form. I agree. I like the newer format better than.
I'm very
The older
surprised that you
format.
guys don't like to laugh with your entertainment.
No, but I don't dislike. I don't like if I see something funny, I appreciate it. Like every once in a while when I catch a stand-up comic.
Yeah, but that's
that-
different.
that
That's
I
what
enjoy.
Comedy, yeah.
But what I'm saying is that if that type of stuff comes across, I'll appreciate it and enjoy it, but I don't seek it out as much.
But I also think it's harder to pull off
I agree with that too.
Comedy.
from from
Oh,
a
100%.
like because a lot of times, and this is what I say to her is like a lot of times we'll sit down and be like, all right, let's watch this show or watch this movie, whatever, funny comedy. Within the first 10 minutes, I'm like, I'm fucking out of here. The acting is terrible. I haven't fucking laughed once yet. Like I don't want to be a part of this. At least if there's like a gripping story to it, I can fight through the bad acting and things like that.
You know what the
Yeah, 'cause
best
you want to know what happens.
The best last comedy series that I've watched. I don't know if that sentence was right. The Detour. Did you ever see The Detour? I think it was an FX show.
No.
If anybody could find that, that was awesome. It was absolutely. I think it was only 3 seasons, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Every step of the way, and there was a huge story to it, a running story. That was a great show.
I feel like there was a big changing point with like Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I feel like that's the same fucking show as Seinfeld.
It is, but it was longer, and there was a story arc to it.
Yeah.
I
don't
changed
know.
the game.
I
for,
couldn't
like,
get into
comedy.
it. I can't stand when shit's filmed that way, like The Office, like that. It's kind of annoying.
That show's still going. It's crazy.
Not so creative.
Never saw it.
What, Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No,
The
Curry
Office?
Enthusiasm
Oh.
was great.
But the way it's filmed with the shaky
The Office,
camera and
yeah.
shit, it's annoying.
Succession was filmed like that. I really enjoy Succession.
Yeah, I can't stand that shit. Makes me dizzy.
Kurt.
Is it time to go home now?
It could be.
This is a good one, I feel.
Yeah. It's
Next
free flow.
Next time Meg visits, she's coming on my show. When are you coming to New York?
August, maybe.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
she's got to do it. She's got to do it.
Definitely do it.
That's got to happen.
Yeah, I'll do your show.
Yes.
Megan had a fucking podcast before all you guys.
She did.
That's right.
Yeah, don't forget. No Rhyme or Reason was killing it.
I didn't
2
forget,
seconds.
Meg.
Sometimes I
did not forget.
rewatch that episode with Joey, just the flashback.
You can't watch that anywhere.
They were that Jonzo. That's how Jonzo was born.
What do you mean you can't watch it? I've got it.
I know you do.
It's coming back out.
Those were good times. One day maybe I'll have a girl podcast for the girls where I'll talk about the sexy fairy books and whatnot.
You should do it.
And the weed cans.
Mm-hmm.
And Wentworth Miller.
We learned a lot from you
Wow,
today.
seriously, yeah. You
Yeah.
really made up for the last 2 weeks with the guests.
I remember
We
when I
didn't
found
speak at
out that
all.
guy was gay too. I was like, that's weird.
I was extremely upset about that. But anyway.
What are you going to do?
Okay.
Sometimes they're gay.
Yeah.
Might be able to turn him.
Nope.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. If you're gay, you're gay. You know?
That's it.
Hey,
True. You know
not
that
there's
you know
anything
that
wrong with
video?
Yes.
That's oh my god, I fucking love that guy.
So good.
You gay, you gay. He moved to the city and now he's gay. Anyway.
All right.
Okay, almost Jesse's birthday, HBD.
Oh shit! When is that? So I don't forget. Say it.
Friday.
Happy birthday, Kurt.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right. That's
I
right.
appreciate it, John.
You June what?
24th.
Thanks
June
for
24th.
remembering.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We all have to be friends on Facebook because that's how I find out about all the birthdays.
When is Facebook gonna die?
Well, it's funny.
What?
What's
All
funny-
it does is show my wife memories of my kids being smaller, and it makes her almost cry every single night.
That's nice. That's actually how I found Kurt's birthday because I'm like, I'm not gonna forget Kurt's birthday. I'm not gonna forget Kurt's birthday.
So you went
2
to
days
check?
before, I went to Facebook and looked it up. I'm like, Kurt's birthday is on. Was it on Wednesday or Tuesday?
It was on a Monday.
Kurt's birthday's on Monday. I must have looked at it like Friday. I'm not gonna forget.
Forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you said happy birthday the day after, right?
Sorry, Kurt.
like a few days after.
What are you gonna do? It's just another birthday.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's a
feel the same
blessing
way.
to get
Till the
older,
next one.
you guys.
We'll catch you on the next one. Maybe.
Catch me on the round. I hope I'm there.
Catch you out later.
Gonna miss me when I'm gone.
All right. Thanks for
All right.
listening, everyone. Thank you. Thank Mags. Thanks, everybody.